Hello all, I'm René Potvin. I'm a spear fisherman. I'm saying this because some of the people watching this may not be in this type of sport, but let's just say I use a lot of action cameras, and I made this review that I think is going to be quite different. I compared the GoPro 4 and the GoPro 8. One thing I saw in the past a lot is that the cameras, the action cameras, were basically reviewed as puff pieces. They used very high light, very good visibility environment to basically not test those cameras. they're put in the best possible circumstances that have nothing to do with the sport we do, which is in my case spearfishing, or while skiing. You don't always ski when there's no snow and there's perfect, no clouds and everything just aligns perfectly. These are action cameras used for action sports. That's what you would think, and that's what you would think GoPro would target as in their for their products. So anyway, this is a very special test because I'm testing those cameras in normal spearfishing conditions, which means low visibility very often and bad lighting. Sometimes I'll be shooting fish straight towards the sun while underwater in dark, disgustingly loaded water that, these are not perfect conditions, but that's when we use action cameras. I had the opportunity to test the GoPro 8, which I really wanted. The number 5, 6, 7 did not do it for me. The GoPro 8 I was very hopeful for. And in any case, I really want to go from non-stabilized to stabilized. So I was very, very, very inclined to like the GoPro 8. Okay? I say this off the bat right now. So I set the two cameras to settings that are good for post-production, because that's what we do. We spearfish in dirty water that are environments that are totally green with very low reds. So I put it on flat, I put it on low contrast. I'm going to do that in post-prod, in low sharpness, the usual good settings for action cameras. Those who know will know what I'm doing. In my comparisons, I put the two images that were treated very roughly for contrast color, and I restabilized a little the same way the two footages. Obviously, the GoPro 8, which is on the right, also has stabilization. The GoPro 4, which is on the left, does not have stabilization. I think you will find this test really interesting. This is no bullshit. These two cameras, I took them like this, so the stabilization should work for the GoPro 8 more than for the. I was clearing my nose like this, so you understand, not particularly good conditions for testing cameras. And I took them down together like this, only 8 meters. This helps the GoPro 8 again, because the GoPro 8 is very bad with low light. GoPro 4 was not extraordinary, but the GoPro 8 is especially bad, and you can't use ISO past 400. It's the maximum you can use, in my opinion. After that, you get a lot of noise. Already, you'll see in the test, there's a lot of noise, and I tried to lower it in post-prod without losing too much of the sharpness, but, that is what it is. We'll see, you're gonna see the difference between the two cameras. I tell you right now, the GoPro 4 always looks sharper, except when there's movement. When I turn the camera, the GoPro 8 is far superior in keeping the image clear while the camera is moving. So, just watch the footage. The 4 is on the left, the 8 on the right. I'll let you judge the sharpness. Here, clearly the handling of the camera with the hand touching the bottom did not help. Still, you can see that the 4 gets blurry when there are camera movements. This is not something I can fix post-prod. As I go up, the GoPro 4 seems to handle the background sun better, but this may be due to camera positioning. I'm sure already a lot of viewers are thinking, who is this guy to diss the GoPro 8? I really am not. The GoPro 8 is awesome in so many ways that we don't use while spearfishing or during most active sports. To be honest, we are not bloggers. We are too busy doing the things that we are doing to check a little screen in the back or in the front. And to be very honest, I wouldn't mind all those extras if it didn't come at such a high price. I don't only mean in terms of dollars. For one thing, the screen that we don't use uses battery. We just don't need the screen. It takes space. It's a big thing. It makes the camera bigger. It's useless for us. Also, the size of the GoPro 8 is totally unacceptable. It's gigantic. I mean, and don't even get me started on GoPro 9. GoPro 9 is entirely unacceptable in terms of size. To put that thing on my forehead is just not going to happen. The GoPro 4 is large enough. It's already large. I don't think it's small at all. It's supposed to be an action camera. I don't know where GoPro is going with that big DSLR on the forehead thing. It's not made for action sports, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Also, a touch screen. How stupid is that? Most of us are going to use the GoPro inside the casing. We can't touch the screen in the back. And what good is that touch screen? We're out there on the field. We're not playing with our settings. And if we are, we need to be able to access those settings through buttons. We can't touch the screen. We can't get the camera out of the casing in most cases. Don't even get me started on Wi-Fi connectivity. You're telling me you put something in that camera that takes space and battery so that we can connect to Wi-Fi? How stupid is that? Seriously. And lastly, in your presets for the GoPro 8, I mean, I like the GoPro 8. I need the stabilization for sure. But could you please include in one of your presets one that is aimed for people who actually use the camera and know what they're doing, who are going to do post-prod, like flat image, low sharpness, ISO 100 to 400? Is that too much to ask? And maybe another thing, maybe just don't even offer ISO 800 if it's super noisy. I mean, and forget ISO 1600. I don't even know if the camera offers more. It's dumb. I mean, your camera, the GoPro 8, can only handle ISO 100 to 400. This is the honest truth. The GoPro 4 could do 800, even 1600. I don't know where things went wrong, but it's very sad. Anyway, overall, I mean, what we want is a smaller GoPro 4 that is stabilized with 4-hour battery life. That's what we want. I mean, if you're a spearfisherman, that's your dream. If you're skiing, that's your dream. Sports people want a camera that has some battery life and stabilized and small. So where are you going with the GoPro 9 and the GoPro 8? Even the GoPro 8 is too big, seriously. I mean, GoPro, if you're listening, I'm sure you have people go, browsing the web and whatever. These are my personal opinions. I mean, I'm not especially a professional, but I use action cameras in my sport, and even me as a non-professional, I need something that I can, use doing my sports. If you want to target my audience, you need to make the camera we want. I mean, you could make a separate product, a bigger camera with big buttons and touch screens for mommies and daddies who want to film their kids in the pool. But that's another market. Could you please target either us or them, or the two have two separate products? That's really what I would like. And, I'm not asking for the impossible. I know action cameras will never have a good image quality. I mean, it's just the way technology is. Maybe one day, because seriously, between GoPro 1 and GoPro 4, there's a huge difference in image quality. But that's not even what we're asking of GoPros. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on the GoPro 4 versus the GoPro 8. I will get another GoPro 4 before I get a GoPro 8 or 9. That's just where I am at. I will get a stabilized camera, but it won't be as big as the GoPro 8. I can already tell you that. Cheers, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, leave comments. YouTube does not make guys like me, the little guys. They don't make us appear in the search files. They will not suggest my videos unless you help me a little by commenting and liking, disliking, whatever. Cheers, and watch my other videos.